Good morning. You're now listening to Kingston Community Radio. Kingston Community Radio airing on FM 92.5 and AM 920 WGHQ in Kingston, New York. This programming is brought to you by our listeners and corporate underwriters who are interested in presenting local community radio. The opinions expressed on this program do not represent those of Palmel Broadcasting or Kingston Community Radio. Listeners are encouraged to send in $10 per month to help bring this program to you. And you can mail them to Kingston Community Radio, Post Office Box 4364, Kingston, New York 12402. For more information or to donate online, visit our website at mykcr.org. And good morning, this is Dan Gatis, and thank you for tuning in, sharing the morning with us, and it is a big morning for us today. It's March 29th and 21 degrees right now here in Uptown Kingston. Kingston Community Radio and Elks Lodge have teamed up for a breakfast live remote today, and that is today, Tuesday, March 29th, from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m., Pop in anytime, and we have a nice breakfast spread of eggs, pancakes, bacon, sausage, coffee, and juice. And Kingston Community Radio is broadcasting live this morning with Cameron Rylance and Nina Poshtapak doing their normal show with with our guests. So come in and join us today. From 7 to 9 a.m. anytime, and that's Kingston Elks Lodge at 143 Hurley Avenue. All are welcome, and we're having a great time today. And we'll be right back after these messages.
Tom has been a teacher for over 40 years. One day, I think one of the students had asked the question and he didn't remember the answer. And I also noticed that he was letting his class out earlier than they were supposed to let out. I was really starting to worry.
Levi and I talked about how it would change our lives, but he was there beside me.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. Visit alz.org/ourstories to learn more. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Donna from Louisiana. The storm just hit, and we went from donating to the food bank to needing it.
Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Okay, kids, Dad's gonna teach you how to dance. First, spread your feet apart. Then, pump your knee.
Dance like a dad. It's a great way to make a moment with your kids. Visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is Scott Harrington from Hurley, and I support Kingston Community Radio because the people need a place to have their voice heard, and it's lost in corporate radio, so please keep listening and supporting our station.
And you're listening to KCR, and we're broadcasting live from 143 Hurley Avenue. And come and have breakfast with us today. It's $10 breakfast. Includes eggs, pancakes, bacon, sausage, coffee, and juice. Everything we usually have at home. So come up and have a wonderful breakfast with us. By the way, it's going to be a mix of clouds and sun today with a high of 37. It's going to go back down to about 20 degrees this evening and tonight with a low of 20 degrees. And Wednesday, a mix of clouds and sun in the morning, followed by cloudy skies during the afternoon with a high of 44. And Wednesday night, cloudy, a low of 34 degrees. And Thursday, cloudy with periods of rain and thunder possible. This is going to be a high of 65 on Thursday. And so we've got a little bit of a possibility of thunderstorms on Thursday day. Thursday night kind of stays that way with a steady rain in the evening, showers continuing late, and a low of 46 degrees. So we're getting more and more spring temperatures. And again, we're producing our show today live at we're producing our show live at the Elks Lodge.
Oh yeah, right.
Elks Lodge 550.
George, what's up? I think we're
on the teaming
air.
up.
On, buddy? Good to see you.
We are on the air.
I think we are. I heard Dan click over. So
and
thanks, Dan.
7 to 9 a.m. Come and have breakfast.
Unfortunately, Nina couldn't make it this morning. Her flight got delayed from Florida, and the wind was pretty bad last night.
I guess in New York it was even worse. It delayed her flight.
Yeah, I mean, I've been delayed, and you were with me that one time. We got delayed 3 hours on the way home?
Twice
on the Dolphins game. Yeah, we sat around and read 3 newspapers.
Exactly.
That one time. So, big crowd already here this morning. I can't believe how many people actually. I mean, I knew we were going to get a decent sized crowd, but. Wow, to see, people were here before 7 o'clock. So come on down, come join us, 143 Hurley Avenue, Kingston Elks Lodge. If you're familiar with Kingston, if you're looking at the Daily Freeman, it's just 2 doors down from that.
Down to the left.
Yep. So, Cam, why don't you talk about some of the guests that we have? I know this is normally not the show that you normally have.
Yeah, this is our fifth.
This is your fifth Tuesday of the month.
Tuesday.
So why don't we go through some of the guests we have? I know Coach House Players is our first guest at 7:30.
Yeah, actually, one of them is here now, Barbara Meltzer.
Oh, I didn't even reckon. I'm sorry.
Barbara's here.
So now I really need to get glasses.
There you go. She's just across the room.
Good morning, Barbara.
Yeah, and I believe Terry Dwyer is going to be with her.
She's the one that I booked. That booked it through me.
I don't know. Well, either way, Coach House talk about their new production upcoming,
right,
which I saw a nice photo in the paper.
Which is Friday, right? Is the first one?
Starts
we'll
Friday.
Get to that at 7:30, and then 8 o'clock is the Kingston Classic.
Yeah, some folk. Mike Yanishevitz,
nice.
Our current club president, is going to be on.
Great.
And he's bringing a guest, I believe Amanda Metakekia, who is the one of the co-hosts.
Oh, okay.
Not co-hosts, the
one of the it's her committee, right? Yeah,
she's helping to run the.
Is that how you pronounce her name?
Metakekia.
I can never.
It's long.
It's a long name, and that's Italian, right?
Nice.
Is it Italian?
Oh yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Dino, her dad, Dino Medic.
Okay, so that's definitely an Italian name. And then 8:30 is which is the big thing for Elks, right?
Well, yeah.
That's
Mark,
the veteran.
Mark Casapoli and his guest, Kevin, which I'm sorry, I still haven't caught his last name, is going to be our guest. And actually, we're going to have a little on-air surprise for him, a little award ceremony.
Oh, cool. So we got a good lineup of guests this morning.
And additionally, here this morning, as part of this wonderful live broadcast, all they caught was Mike is his name. He's from Ulster County Veteran Services. And he's got his laptop here to get people signed up and whatever. So any and
the Narcan guys have a little thing.
That was my next thing. So anyhow, the veterans. So anyone that needs whatever, any assistance that our county offers, please come on down. You don't have to buy breakfast, but remember the breakfast is $10.
Yeah, and it's really good.
The fundraiser for our Vets to Vet program, not ours, for the Ulster County Vet to Vet program.
Right. And I see on the sign that the breakfast is also running to 10, so even though we go off the air at 9, the breakfast will still be on till 10. I know.
Yeah,
I told Dan, Dan's going to run over.
Hopefully we'll be out of food by then.
That's true, yeah. So, Dan, I'll have to save you a doggy bag or something.
Yeah, leave me some eggs and pancakes.
But then, additionally here, as part of the fun, the Sheriff's Department, the Oracle team is here. Oracle team is... they do Narcan training and distribute Narcan and other.
Right. And I had no idea it was a spray either. I just assumed it was, an adrenaline shot, which is like ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, some people,
obviously you can't administer that right on the street.
Some people.
I had no idea it was like a nasal, what's that nasal mist you put in your,
Flonase.
Yeah, Flonase or something like that.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It's that simple.
And it'll literally save your life.
Absolutely.
Bring you back.
Yep.
And it has to be what we'll have to talk with the guys.
Now, the scary part about those drugs are Narcan only works for like a half hour or so. But with like fentanyl, you can take you can still overdose with Narcan. You have to keep giving it because once it wears off, if the drugs in your system are still high, you can overdose.
So technically, it's it's like a Band-Aid kind of
to get you to the hospital,
right?
To keep you alive enough,
right? So to where they can
first
administer,
responders can come.
Right,
yes,
right.
The real stuff.
Right.
But hey, it's saving lives every single day across the world. So Narcan's is amazing.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
So we got people keep walking in the door over here.
I'm super very proud of our Elks today.
Yeah, got a lot of Elks showing up.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
You guys got a good club. I mean, hey, you guys got more members at Elks than we have. I think with Kiwanis and Lions put together. I mean, I'm losing. What do you guys have at Kiwanis? Like 30 something?
No, it's under 100. I know that.
Okay, yeah, we're around 40 or something at Lions. I mean, when I joined 17 years ago, or at least the Kingston one, because I also was a Lion in Florida, but I've been a Kingston Lion now for 17 years, and when I joined, I mean, we were well over 100, and we had. I mean, there was like 7 or 8. Hey, good morning, Brian. There was about 7 or 8 people that ate. That ate at my table. Now there's only 7 or 8 people at lunch. Just period.
Yeah.
So it's people just don't join.
Yeah, and the last 2 years with COVID has been brutal.
So my point being is that you guys have a really good showing at Elks. You guys have a lot of members. I see a lot of them here. I mean, I'm not a member myself, but I came here a few times for your birthday back in in February for that, and then in January we came. We had that thing in for football, and I've been here a few times for a few different things, and you got a lot of people that put a lot of effort into keeping this place going, and that's something to be
it's tough.
Quite proud of.
The bill. I mean, our taxes are our biggest bill.
Yes. I would imagine. And the upkeep, you guys just put a beautiful new porch on.
Yeah, spend a bunch.
With the nice Trex flooring there. That's good stuff,
saving for 3 years.
Yeah, I know. I saw the jar in the room. I think.
For 3 years.
I think I've contributed that a few times myself. But that was and then you guys got that. You have a lot of different things that are going on. And it's good. The Elks Lodge provides for the community, and your biggest thing is the flag deposit, right? That's not really many people. You can't really go and and it's really against the law to throw a flag in the dumpster.
Yeah.
So and I see the box. I never even noticed the box until Saturday when I came and picked Roger up to go. I noticed there's the flag deposit box. I had no idea it was on the side of the building.
How often that thing gets full. And we have garbage bags full.
Really?
Flags that we
and then where do they go from there
until Flag Day? Then they used to get burned, but now when flags were all cotton, you could burn them, but now they're all nylon. So technically, at Flag Day ceremony, so we collect the flags all year to get them together for proper disposal. So at Flag Day, we do burn a flag ceremonial. There's a ceremony associated with it. But now with the nylon flags, if you cut the field of stars off of the stripes,
right?
And then you can dispose of the two pieces. You can throw it away that way,
right?
But you have to separate the stars, the field of stars, from the stripe, the red and white stripes.
Wow, I never knew that.
Yeah, and that is the official way.
That's the official way to do it. And then where do they go from there? They go
to the landfill.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't.
But they have to be taken apart like that.
Yeah, and I mean you can do that at home and
then throw it out yourself.
Yeah, correct.
Or you can bring it to the Elks Lodge and we'll do it for you.
We can do that for it. Yeah.
Great.
But when periodically veteran and cemeteries, there's little flags and then they get faded. So periodically they get changed, and when they change it, we get a cemetery will bring a garbage bag full
of them here. And then where do they go from there? Do they wait? You wait till Flag Day?
We wait till Flag Day.
And so you put them in the garage back there? A big, huge. So how many flags do you think you have around Flag Day?
Hundreds.
Really?
Hundreds, yeah.
And
fire departments and stuff
bring their flags here.
A huge one.
Right.
We've never gotten like the campers barn one or anything like that.
Oh my God, that thing's awesome. That's like a football field flag. And we had the wind yesterday for that thing. I didn't drive by it yesterday, but the wind yesterday was enough to make that thing go straight.
Stand straight.
Because we remember that one time we were coming home from that Giant game and it was pretty windy and that thing wasn't even. I mean, it was flopping, but it's got to be pretty windy. I mean, what do you think that thing is? At least 50 yards long, right? I mean, that's one of the biggest flags I've ever seen.
It's huge.
Well, we've been to Giant games where the flag stretches out the whole
field,
right? So,
but the.
People are dying to look at George and Brian. They're dying to get some of your syrup.
That's right.
You guys will do the Pepsi challenge. You guys will put a blindfold on and we'll put Log Cabin in front of you. I saw a bottle of Log Cabin back there.
That's just in case. I can only swipe 4 bottles of syrup.
Right. So. I like that shirt, Brian. Where'd you get that? Online or did you get that at Stadium?
At the Stadium.
Did you really? That thing is awesome.
Yeah,
that would be nice for a September,
like
October game.
I like it.
Yeah, no, that's it.
Also, it's going to be great because my office is freezing.
It is.
Yeah, you may hear in the back of Brian Waltman sporting his Giants gear, looking good.
Brian's a huge Giants fan. Yeah, so George Post.
The cap is killing them this year.
Yeah, it is. I heard that they're trying to trade Bradbury.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they got to get rid of a lot of people. Yeah, they cut Logan Ryan.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, they cut him.
Bradbury's the best guy on defense.
He was, but he wasn't last year, and it is what it is. So we got about another 15 minutes till we go to break. Our first guest is here already. You better go get some food before it all disappears, because once I get in there.
There you go. Yeah, and Phil Giziano is our chef upstairs. Phil's a pretty.
Is he using buttermilk in those pancakes?
It's Bisquick. I know that.
I'm kidding.
He
better be French.
Phil's been an elk for about a year or so. And,
okay. And that's another question. How many elks are there?
I think we're about 100, a little over 100. I'm honestly not sure because right now dues are due actually now April 1st. So every year
so what? Is there a time limit? You don't pay your dues and.
Yeah.
Okay. See, in Lions, we give them a little bit of a.
Oh yeah, we have a couple months and those people. But
you have 90 days.
Because we have we have to pay the national.
Right. Well, we actually have to pay them before. In Lions, we go from July to June.
Okay.
Are you January to? Are you just
April? Whatever. April 1st is our.
Is your count?
Yeah.
Okay. So then they have until like July until they pay.
I think
So international, what? They don't ask for their money by March.
Probably no. April, May, probably June is due, but.
So I'm the secretary of the Lions Club in Kingston. They just now, I bill the guys, the members in January. Tell them it's due March 1st, but we get billed biannually by international, and then we also have to pay the state. We're part of the New York State Bermuda, and then district. There's actually 3 separate dues. It's under $1,450 a year for the amount of members you have. It's not that expensive.
Yeah, like $4 a member.
Right. And actually, it's $100 a year to be a Lion, and I think it's $55 for each member. The club actually gets to keep $45. Yeah. So that money's been piling up for years, but I mean, we haven't got. But I think we've gotten 3 new members in the last 5 years.
Wow.
And one of them is my mother.
Yeah.
And Manny Savona.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
Every organization's like that. It's
unfortunately community service. When me and you were younger, you joined Kiwanis Club or you joined Lions. Not only did it feel good because it was the right thing to do, and not to a knock to any of the younger people in the world. People just want to spend time with their families. They want to, go golfing, go on a ski trip, go to Italy, whatever the case may be. So. But anyway,
there's always there's complications. Life is complicated.
That's right.
And
sometimes there's not enough time in the day.
Yeah,
you wanna,
but you throw in kids and a family.
Right. You throw that in, and also
that's what most of our being Elks Club growth is empty nesters.
Right.
People that have kids are empty nesters. Looking for stuff to do and whatever. So. Great outlet. So come on down, 143 Hurley Avenue, live broadcast. Obviously, you're listening to us. We're live every day. We're on the radio. So.
Yeah, every day we're on the radio. But today
we're remote, a live remote.
Yeah, every day we're on the radio, but today we're here at the Elks Lodge, and we're going to be doing this, folks, all throughout the summer, at least until it gets cold again. So we have now that we have
one in June, right? Coming up in Saugerties.
Yeah, we're actually when Jid gets here, I was hoping that he was going to be here earlier to do this taste test before your syrup disappears, because I know when I get a hold of it, I'm going to use some.
There you go.
He was supposed to bring some syrup, too, and do this, Pepsi challenge.
Can I give a promo for our Thursday show?
Sure, you can absolutely. Come over here and sit down. Matter of fact, I'd rather you sit down and talk, because I'm starving. Pull up to the mic. Brian Waltman, our Thursday host. We only got 2 guests on Thursday, right?
Yes. One of the reasons good morning, everybody. Brian Waltman, good to see
welcome.
Everybody
Thanks for
here.
coming out.
The breakfast was delicious, actually.
Good.
And such a bar. There's tons of food. Come on out and
Come on down. We need to sell it.
It's my first time inside the Elks Lodge.
Really?
Wow.
I drop off my flags outside in the mailbox. Like when my flags get old, I drop them out in the mailbox. But this is the first time I've actually crossed the threshold.
Wow. Well, welcome.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hope we won't be the last.
I've driven past it all my life.
Always looking for a good medal.
But it's the first time inside the doors. But I just want to take a quick minute and let the audience know I want to do a promo for our Thursday show. At 8:30 Thursday, you'll be sure to want to tune in because we're having a gubernatorial candidate on the air.
Oh, that's Harry. Okay.
Harry Wilson.
Yep.
He's running as a campaign to get on the ballot as a Republican for this year's gubernatorial election. And he's financing his own campaign 100%.
Oh, sounds like a Trump.
He formerly ran against Tom DiNapoli. He was a Republican nominee a few years ago.
For comptroller?
But I think it'd be a very interesting segment for our audience, and hopefully we can get some questions to put some questions to him as to what his views are for New York State, maybe where the deficiencies are and where the possibilities are.
The self-funded campaign, but that's
so he's not on the ballot yet because Zeldin.
Lee Zeldin. He won. He was able to prevail at the Republican convention, and he was able to get an automatic.
He got like a lot of 80%, right? Or something
he did well at the convention, but Harry Wilson has stepped up. He's has an active petition signature campaign going on right now.
Yeah, from what Len said about him, he sounds.
And
he remains to be seen, right? Well, hear what he's got to say.
Yeah, he's 100% self-funded. And I think it's real cool for our radio station to get a statewide gubernatorial candidate on our radio. So.
Where is he from?
He's from Scarsdale, New York.
Okay.
Good. So he'll be calling in?
Yeah, he'll be calling in.
And we just had the phones fixed, too, so that's perfect.
Yeah, I've noticed that. It's really great. Anyway, I don't want to take up too much of your time.
No, it's great. It's always good to hear from you. And we don't have a guest right now.
Cam, I haven't seen Cam in a while, although I listen to him every
it's good.
Every
Thank
Tuesday.
you. Thank
I tune in. And Lawrence, it's great to see you.
Yeah.
Looking forward to having more chances to chat with our audience on Thursday morning. And also at 7:30, we're going to have a minority leader of the Elks County Legislature on, Ken Ron.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I like that.
That's funny because Ken used to be their guest.
Sharp guy.
When he was the majority leader. No, when he was the chairman,
He was the chairman, yeah. He was chairman when my first year in the legislature.
Yeah, that was like Okay, yes, he was
great guy, good friend. And,
he was. Ken's a good guy.
It'll be interesting to hear, was particularly in the news yesterday as it related to Tech City. He was quoted in that story with the Ginsburgs. The Daily Freeman had a story on the old.
What was? I saw the headline. I didn't get a chance to read the paper.
Actually, it's a great narrative. It takes you step by step through the years of all the steps the county had to do to ultimately wrest control of the away from Mr. Ginsburg and into a productive future.
My family's Rylands Printing was the first outside tenant in Tech City.
I remember hearing you say that.
When IBM was still owning the property, they were marketing it. And,
I remember hearing you say that.
Bob Brady. He was. I remember the name.
What year was that?
Early 90s.
It was,
so they were on their way out?
They were. They knew they were closing.
They knew they were closing.
And then we met. Me and my dad, Allen Ginsberg, came in, and you could tell he wasn't a local. The slick hair and the expensive suit, and he was wearing shiny suits back in the 90s. He
didn't get it at Rafalowski's.
He was something else.
My dad loved Rafalowski.
Who did Rafalowski? I still have a trench coat, like a not a peacoat, like a London fog jacket.
I was going to say London
fog jacket.
Like a wool jacket?
No, like Inspector Gadget. Did
it have a liner that zipped out?
Yep. And
my dad had that.
Rafalowski's.
Is it still fit?
Oh yeah, it was an adult.
And they last forever.
Yeah. No, that was a good. That was that's where they measure you from. Like a real
Anyway, Lawrence, our Giants, they need cap room. There's a story in the paper today.
Did you hear Bradbury's getting traded?
Yeah, well, he's on the block. Although, you got to read the Post story today, and I won't give it away.
Yeah. Go ahead, give it away, because I'm not going to be a chance to read it.
Well, it looks like they might keep, they may have to keep him because there's not a lot of takers for him, because that would give the Giants some cap relief if they were able to trade him. But he's only 28 years old, and he's still a very good corner.
Well, he just wasn't that good last year, and I don't know.
Well, I don't know who was.
Yeah, on that team, yeah.
Anyway, the fans were good last year.
They're always good. But I just think what Gettleman did to the team, I think, it's going to take them, a lot of years to,
3 years.
He made the Galladay sign. I mean, this guy's, he made too much money last year. That you have to put into contract. I mean, no one's going to take him. You got to keep him. I mean, he's due to make like $20 million this year. He didn't even get a touchdown last year.
And I'm going to circle back to the new Harry Wilson who we're having on. I have to ask him, because the news today also about the Bills' new stadium and the state's role in that. I want to make sure
they're going to change. They're leaving Orchard Park.
No, they're going to build a brand new stadium in Orchard Park. Right. New York State is. It was Kathy Hochul, Governor Hochul announced yesterday that the state of New York, the NFL, the Buffalo Bills, Erie County, they're all going to partner and build the Buffalo Bills a new stadium, expected to be open in 26. It's going to be over $1 billion stadium. The state of New York, the state, that's a piece of it.
Yeah.
The state of New York is also going to be in for they're kicking in $600 million towards this project. So I'll be interested.
The state of New York is $56 billion in debt right now, right?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. But yes, could skip $600 million to the
600
Bills.
million,
Yeah, that's a great idea, Kathy.
Anyway,
Great idea.
I'll be interested to see what
What he says about that,
Harry
yeah.
Wilson. I always slipped and said Governor Wilson. Harry
Maybe
Wilson.
Well, you never. Hey, you know.
Anyway,
no.
goodbye, everybody. I have to get to my day job. And
There you
Yeah,
go.
go ahead.
I'll
Eat
be-
up.
I'll
Don't let
be
your
listening.
breakfast get cold, and we'll see you. We'll see
Great
you
chatting
Thursday.
with you.
Yeah, we'll
Bye-bye.
see you Thursday,
Thank you.
Brian. Take care. Thanks for coming by. All right, so we got a few more minutes before we go to break, and then we'll start with
Yeah, so
then you
come
can
on
start
down,
with our first guest.
143 Hurley Avenue.
Yeah, 143 Hurley Avenue. Best $10 you ever spent.
That's
People
right.
keep rolling
It's
in
a
the door.
delicious breakfast.
We got
fun-
plenty of
It
room.
is
The
a
one room is pretty full already, but we got plenty of room in our room. So
That's right.
come on down.
In the dining room.
Yep,
A little
and-
quieter in here.
And that's right. It is. It is. So what else we got on tap?
Beautiful day out, sun shining.
It is. Is it going to get
It's
warmer?
a little bit warmer than yesterday, but not a whole lot.
It was windy yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday was brutal.
Yeah.
Cold all day.
I hope Nina got back. I mean,
Yeah.
5-hour delay is brutal.
Yeah, poor Nino's stuck in Florida airport for hours.
God knows we've been there.
Yeah,
So
she- I don't even. Honestly, they may have canceled the flight. Who knows? If she even got home, so.
I've been canceled because of snow before.
Yeah.
So tonight it's going to be 19 again.
Ooh.
But tomorrow it's up to 43 and then 34. And then Thursday, 64, but rain for most of the day.
That's all right.
Yeah, but
You don't
that's
have to
fine.
shovel rain.
Yeah, and then it doesn't look to be, back in the mid-50s for the rest of the week. So that's not too bad.
Well,
Yeah, that's not
spring
too
is
bad.
coming.
Yep.
Well, there's, I walked my dog yesterday morning, the other day, and past Old Dutch Church, and the tulips are all starting to come out of the ground.
Yeah.
That's gonna
Now,
look-
with
I
this
always
cold
love
weather,
that.
will that kill them? No, it has nothing to do with that.
No.
Okay.
They're hardy,
Right. And how long do they stay
like,
out
if
for?
this happened like a month from now, yeah, it would
Right.
hurt like apple blossoms and stuff.
Right.
But
Yeah, like if
right now, we're still pretty good.
We're still pretty good. Okay,
Still
good.
pretty closed up.
Okay, good. So, what happens? How long do those things stay out for? Like 3 weeks?
Well, they plant them
Because they're bulbs. You got to bury them. I remember.
Yeah.
I remember when I worked
I
at
know
Twin Lakes. I used to have to. Mark would be like, "Here, he give me like, 500 bulbs," and be like, "Plant those all
Yeah, you
around."
gotta-
How would you? Yeah, plant those all around all over the place.
You plant some every year.
Right, and
so
he'd
you're
tell me how deep
constantly-
to dig, and I was like, but
Yeah.
I never, And he's like, they'll come out in the spring.
Yeah, but each tulip, the flower probably lasts 4 or 5 days, but there's hundreds coming up, and they're different kinds. They all don't open at once. They're staggered a little bit.
Right.
So, yeah, it looks good.
Good.
But the other trees too, you're starting to notice, like lilacs. I got a bunch of lilacs at my job. There's, you can see the buds starting to little green tips on them. So
nice.
Spring is on its way.
It is. We had a pretty snow-wise. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah, we had
It wasn't. I mean, how many times did you have the snow blower out this winter?
Only once.
Right, and the
Only
rest
once,
you
the
can
rest of
shovel
it,
it off.
yeah.
Now, did you use your leaf blower at all for those?
A couple times.
Yeah.
On my front steps.
Yeah. Because it's that powerful that it
works.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, no, spring is approaching, and I think I'm ready for the. I like when the seasons change. Like we were talking about it in the parking lot of Bel Air.
Well, skiing's done.
Yeah,
that's
when the summer gets over, I'm tired of the heat. I'm looking forward to the fall, and then and then when the winter's over, I'm looking forward.
Change of seasons.
Yeah, the change of the season.
Every couple months.
But fall is definitely my favorite season, not because of football, because of the the colors and all that.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dan, I think we're ready to go to break, and then we'll come back with our next guest with the Coach House players. So
Absolutely.
Go ahead and take it away, Dan.
Okay, you got it. Okay, thank you very, very, very much. Okay. And you're with us here at KCR, Kingston Community Radio, AM 920 and 92.5 FM, and streaming online at mykcr.org. And we'll be right back after these messages.
I'm Tino from 12220. In my community, a lot of families don't encourage higher education.
I'm Guy in zip code 40220. I like my neighborhood okay, but sometimes it's hard to make friends here.
The Y Achievers program opened my eyes to future possibilities and helped me prep for college.
At the Y Camp, it's really a safe place. All of the people there are really accepting and nice.
At the Y, my zip code doesn't define my future. I do.
Support your local Y at ymca.net/for-a-better-us.
Hey there.
What's up, bruh?
Hello.
Aloha.
Hey, y'all.
Hey. Hola.
Hi.
It takes a lot of voices to create the sound of us. The Y welcomes all of them with open arms. From career readiness to safe spaces, the Y is there. no matter who we are. Now, more than ever, they need your support. Donate to your local Y today. The Y, for a better us.
Read by members of the Y.
What is us?
Us is a foundation.
Us is the future.
Us is a bond.
But right now, that bond is fraying.
And we need a place that could make it whole.
From diabetes prevention to safety around water.
The Y fills the gaps.
And bridges our divides.
But they can't do it without us.
Donate today.
Because where there's a Y, there's an us.
Read by members of the Y.
The Y, for a better us.
Introducing the YMCA. Sure, you know the Y for a swim or a game of hoops, but we're more than that. We're a cause. When you take a jump shot at the Y, someone else is getting job training. Practice yoga as a team practices her leadership skills. We give people of all ages, incomes, and backgrounds a chance to learn, grow, and thrive. So while you might think of the Y as the place for lifting weights, we're also about lifting entire communities. That's the Y. We're so much more. Visit ymca.net/more.
Hi, my name's Maggie. I'm from Copiague, and I support Kingston Community Radio, and so should you.
We're back, and thank you for being with us here at KCR, Kingston Community Radio, AM 920 and 92.5 FM. And we are broadcasting live from the Elks Lodge, 550, and that is a breakfast live remote. And that means that you can go and have a fantastic breakfast right now, 7 to 9 a.m., 7 to 10 a.m., actually. And that is at the Kingston Elks Lodge, 143 Hurley Avenue, Kingston. And the cost is $10. And I would very, very, very much advise you to come down and enjoy the live broadcasting that is going on right now at the Kingston Elks Lodge, the Elks Lodge 550. And you're with us with Cameron Rylance and Lawrence Maxwell at the Kingston Elks Lodge, 143 Hurley Avenue. Everybody is welcome. And this upcoming portion of Kingston Community Radio is brought to you by Mid-Hudson Valley Federal Credit Union, 1099 Morton Boulevard in Kingston. And a little bit about the weather for the next 3 days. A mix of clouds and sun today with a high of 37. Clear skies tonight, low near 20. And Wednesday, we have a high of 44 with a mix of clouds and sun in the morning, followed by cloudy skies later in the afternoon. And Wednesday night, cloudy with a low of 34. And then we kind of jump up with the temperatures, and we have a high of 65 on Thursday with a chance of rain, about 70% chance of rain. Thunder and lightning possible, and that is Thursday day. Thursday night, a steady rain in the evening, showers continuing later, and a low of 46. So let's get back to the on-air studio, which is at 143 Hurley Avenue.
Okay, thanks, Dan. This is working out better than I thought. I don't have to run around.
And
we are. And before, it's actually working out good. People just keep flying in the door. Oh, look who's here! Jid Tinty showed up with his syrup.
There you go.
Excellent. I guess I picked the perfect time. Oh my God! How many bottles did you bring? Hey, Elise, how are you? Wow, that's good. How are you guys doing? All right, so real quick, Bob Circasano just texted me, and I can't believe I actually forgot this because I've been so busy this morning. So for every breakfast purchased here this morning at the Kingston Elks Lodge, Sawyer Motors and Bob Circasano, the most generous man in the world, is going to match the breakfasts. So say we sell, 50 breakfasts, he's going to match and give a check to Kingston Community Radio.
Wow, that's wonderful.
So thank you, Bob Circasano. Thank you, Sawyer Motors. The guy is the most. I tell you, you ask him for something and he gives you that and then double. He's been one of the most, biggest supporter of KCR. Him and his wife Michelle. Both the most lovely people in the world, and thank you, Bob, and thank you, Sawyer Motors. So let me not interrupt anymore here and introduce our next guest, Cam.
So, all right, we are. So, Barbara Meltzer, good morning.
Good morning.
You are a familiar voice on my radio show. You've been with us a couple times before.
More than a couple.
Yeah.
I started working at Coach House in 2015.
Well, the eight times then probably.
Yes,
yeah.
because
So,
I usually do the first show of the year every
yeah.
year.
So just so our listeners, so Barbara Meltzer is an extremely active member of Coach House, producer, director, whatever.
Teacher.
What other hats there? Do you
Well,
wear?
I run the internship program, which we could not have this year. I coordinate with Kingston High School, and we've also coordinated with Saugerties High School. So kiddos, if any of you are still listening before going to school, if you're interested in learning about working with the stage, we've trained kiddos in acting, because I teach acting classes at Coach House, and we also train people to do tech work, like lighting, sound, whatever.
Yeah. Well, do you find that last couple of years or several years, the film industry in this area has exploded? Do you know if any of your kids have been able to parlay your knowledge into that, or?
One of our young ones, the first one that I had that really and she's at Syracuse right now, is learning not only about theater but also about film. And we do have I sponsor a scholarship for the interns.
Wow.
And we have another young intern this year, and she worked on my show back in the fall. And she's just been accepted to AMDA in New York City for musical theater.
Wow.
So, yeah, we encourage young people to come.
Now, there was several years ago, I went to see Little Shop of Horrors there, and there was a young woman. She was in high school.
Yep.
I can't recall her. I know her dad.
Belladonna.
Yes.
Yes.
Unbelievable. What a great voice she had. So, you're in charge of this, Kathleen. You got to take Chief Tinty brought in a whole bunch of his maple syrup. So I'm stuck on the radio a little bit, but there you go. But Barbara, we got a guest. Chief of Police.
Good morning. Good morning.
Normally we're not on the radio at this time, right? It's usually the third Wednesday of the month, but I heard a little competition being thrown around the radio station.
I didn't throw that gauntlet
Something about the best syrup. Oh, that was you. All right. Very
I
good.
did not throw that gauntlet down. So listeners, come on out and try some of the Chiefs. Well, I don't know who.
No. So I want to clarify something. I want to clarify something. So my wife Elisa is responsible for this whole thing. Listen, I tapped trees when I was a young man. I knew how much hard work. My wife doesn't care how much the hard work is. She says we have to bring the syrup to the people.
That's right.
So at this point, and let's see here. Somebody's landing. And so we brought a combination of our different flavored syrups, and I say flavored, I mean
chicken to put anything in mine.
We have the pure syrup. We just closed out the season, and please come down. Try to the Elks Lodge today, the 550. It is absolutely just a great place to grab some breakfast. I want to say it's $10 a plate, correct?
Yeah, and it's a fundraiser for the Ulster County Vet to Vet program. So
awesome.
Come on down, and Mark Cosapoli is going to be our guest on at 8:30.
Excellent. So my wife and I just wanted to drop off the different
awesome.
flavors.
This looks wonderful. So even more reasons, folks, come on down and try some syrup.
Absolutely.
Support the cause. Say hi to some of the co-hosts, and awesome. Thank you very much, Elise. Thank you. Awesome. Fantastic. Even more reasons. So, Barbara, I'm sorry. Slight delay.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
it's for a good cause, right?
Yeah.
We're all having fun.
Coach House, the show I'm directing is called Drinking Habits, and it was written by Tom Smith, and he dedicated this to his mother because she was one of the funniest Catholics he knows.
Was she a nun?
I don't know.
Oh, she couldn't be. I'm
no.
sorry. No, she couldn't be a nun if she had a baby. Never mind.
Well, yeah.
So.
Anyway, Drinking Habits is about basically 3 nuns that are still in a convent by themselves. The Mother Superior is anti-alcohol. You can't even say the word. Everybody just kind of goes, you know what, or the devil's tonic.
Oh, the devil.
But it's a farce. It's similar to what the Marx Brothers used to do. We have 5 doorways, and people go running in
really?
and out.
Oh.
That's
the timing on that must be
unbelievable, and it's done to music, and I won't throw out the different music we're using, but
I can picture a Benny Hill skit.
Almost.
Sped up, you know, people in and out of the doors like
that.
Yes. Silly. That's fun.
But there's also some nice pathos in it, and I'm not going to give away the ending, but you see some very fine moments of serious acting in between the comedy, and it all kind of unfolds. Like these 2 reporters, Sally and Paul, come in because they're trying to find out if the nuns were making wine. The 2 nuns that are supposed to be making grape juice are actually making wine because it makes more money for the convent to keep it open with only 3 women. So these 2 reporters sneak in, and then it goes from funny to hilarious because the one young lady that comes in as a reporter, they think is the new nun coming in. And the next thing you know, they're getting her dressed in a nun's costume. But then her buddy Paul, who is also a reporter, he winds up in 3 different costumes.
Oh.
And it is hilarious. Hilarious.
Now, it's kind of a small cast, it sounds like, right?
Yeah, we have 8 people in the cast. 8. And it works out very nice. Many of the people that are in the cast are regulars at Coach House. Terry Dwyer is playing Mother Superior.
I'm sure she. Now that was a great little photo and write-up you had in Freeman the other day.
That's not the only place we've gotten.
Oh, really? Good.
That new thing, Hudson One.
Okay.
They came in and interviewed us.
Wow, great.
We had a beautiful write-up in there. But
now,
as usual, Brian from the Freeman does a spectacular job for us always.
That's good.
And, they came in, took pictures. If you go online, there's pages of it. Pages.
That's great.
So we opened this Friday, April 1st, and it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then April 8th, 9th, and 10th.
So the next 2 weekends.
Next 2 weekends. Tickets are $20, general admission. If you're a senior, 62 and over, it's only $18. If you're a youth, 18 and under, it's only $10. Now, the Friday and Saturday night shows start at 7:30, and our 2 Sunday matinees are at 2 p.m. We are encouraging people to go online to coachhouseplayers.org and make a reservation so we know who's coming when, because a lot of seniors come on Sundays, and we kind of get crowded on Sunday. Friday nights and Saturday nights are much easier for most people.
Now, there's no restrictions because of COVID or anything?
Well, here they've just changed on us. Up until now, we were requiring masks at least up to the 31st. But since the masks have been dropped, it's up to you.
Yeah,
you know, so we're pretty open.
I wasn't sure if the state still had indoor gathering.
Well, they just said on even New York City that the theaters could go without masks if everybody, because everyone, in order to be in the show, all the auditioners had to be fully inoculated to even audition.
Good. Was that your?
This. were
No,
on the air?
it just went off 2 seconds ago.
Oh, okay. Well,
All right, I'm dialing back up now. Just put us right on. Okay, I think we're back on the air now.
All right.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
As we used to say, due to technical difficulties
Yeah,
of
exactly.
unsurmountable magnitude.
Well, this was surmounted, apparently, so we're not too bad. So, again, Barbara Meltzer, our guest from Coach House Players. And this next weekend, Drinking Habits
Yes.
is your production.
Right. And
let's give show times again.
the show times on Friday and Saturday nights are at 7:30. On Sunday, it's a 2:00 matinee. We have wonderful cast. You're welcome to come in. There's parking in the back. We are handicap accessible. They've done some really neat cleaning up. We've had some repainting done while things were
Well, it's a beautiful
closed.
building.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's charming, accurate, I guess.
It's cozy.
Yeah,
too.
it is. And knowing that it was, a coach house for a industrialist, 200 years ago or whatever.
Yeah, Clickendall.
It's cool. It's a history. It's historic. The cobblestones, or I guess they're cobblestones on the floors, and it's
and
a great
the
building.
The good thing is the theater itself is in the side of the building where they stored the coaches. And the other side of the building are the dressing rooms where they used to have the horses.
The stalls.
Yeah.
Wow. Are they still there? The stalls, or not really?
Well, not
that's
really.
the dressing rooms.
But we do have some petitions up because we store some of the larger pieces of wood
I've never,
and stuff for buildings.
that's behind the curtain. Yeah,
Yeah,
literally.
nobody's back there
no one
but
goes
us.
there.
But
and you do have refreshments? Light refreshments?
Light
or?
refreshments. I don't know what the new regs are because when I did my show in the fall, we only could sell packaged foods, which disappointed everybody because I usually make my homemade peanut butter cookies, and everyone was asking for them.
Where's the peanut butter cookies?
Yeah, why didn't you bring some this morning?
Yeah, there you go.
Because
I'm just playing.
I'm not.
I'm
No, the thing is.
We got enough food here.
Yeah, I don't want to compete. No competition.
You were saying that because of this auditioning, you've gotten some new members.
Yes.
And how do you advertise for auditioning? I mean,
we have
Edna Freeman
we do the Freeman. We also do online. People know about Coach House, and there's a thing called Phil's List that comes out, and if you want to get on it, you can. Don't ask me there, but I'm on it. And Phil's List lets you know of every audition, every movie being filmed.
It's for entertainers?
For entertainers and people who want
Phil's
to
List,
do.
Huh? I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's a. You have to be.
Is it an employment?
You got to be in theater to know Phil's List.
Yes, and do movies because I keep getting Phil's List, and I've actually, because of Phil's List, a few years ago I was in an extra in a movie that was done up in Hudson with quite a few people in it. It was the Bread Factory. Most people don't know about it because it was never fully released, but I have the CDs.
I get the DVDs to prove it.
Yes. So anyway, but Phil's List is really good for people that are in theater and want to do movies.
Learn something new every day. How about that?
Well, yeah.
That's now, who's in this play? Can you give us the cast?
Okay, we have a gentleman named Bennell. He only uses his first name, who's playing George, who's the groundskeeper. Carolyn Silviera is brand new. She's playing Sister Philomena. Rosie Interante, who's been around.
Oh, I know her. She's a riot.
Oh, she's hysterical. She plays Sister Augusta. And as I said, Terry Dwyer is Mother Superior. Tom Muller, who's been in a number of productions, plays Paul. One of our newcomers, Marianne Mangan, plays Sally, the other reporter. Lindsay Atherton, who is another new person, plays Sister Mary Catherine. And Douglas Coop, who was in Coach House a number of years ago, and I know him from other places where we've both been in shows, plays Father Chenille, like a bedspread. And it is, and I had to throw that out because that's one of the funniest lines in the play later
Like a
on.
bedspread. There you
Yes, and all of them are great. And my Colleen Hack, who was another new person who came in, has been trained now to do lighting and sound for us.
Oh, that's cool.
Because we couldn't get any teenagers because of COVID. So, like I said, any teenagers in Kingston High School who wants to do theater, get in touch with Coach House. I'm in charge of the intern program, and we do training. Some of my interns have been with us for 3 and 4 years.
Wow. So if you do want to get in touch, coachhouseplayers.org, all one word, is online. Is there information on the internship there? Or at least contact?
I don't know if it's on there right now. Usually one of our members of the board, she teaches at Kingston, hands out all the information to the kiddos, and then they.
I was going to say, there's got to be a theater. At least I don't know if there's a theater teacher at the high school, but there's got to be at least an advisor, because they do big,
They do big productions.
The only thing going on soon.
Same weekends. I think all the schools do the same weekend as us because I can't go to all the shows to watch everybody. So, I mean, I know Rhinebeck is that weekend, Kingston is that weekend.
So you've got, not you, Coach House Players has a whole year's worth of stuff.
Yes.
Are you, so in July, first 2 weekends in July, on Golden Pond.
Yep.
Now that's, this is a movie and everything. Was this all similar, story to all that?
Oh, it's the right story.
Oh, okay.
It's just done for the stage.
A play adaptation.
Yeah.
And obviously Henry Fonda's not in it.
Well, he died a few years ago.
I know.
So
well, he was pretty old when that movie was filmed.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, Jane Fonda was, she's got to be in her 80s now, right?
She's around there.
She's got to be. Yeah. So then August, which is a pretty quick turnaround, Radio Days of the Variety Show.
Right.
Is this...
Barbara Jones puts that together every year. And that's actually a fundraiser for us because we don't have to pay any royalties. She writes it, we sing it, and it's fun.
Excellent.
So.
And that's a fundraiser for your own cause. And then in November, the middle 2 weeks in November, Jekyll and Hyde, which is that's been on Broadway, and that's just huge.
All over, and it's a big production. Tom Tierney is directing.
Oh, really? Wow, great.
Yeah.
We know Tom. I know he's been Kiwanis Capers directors many times.
Yeah, he's been on the air, and actually Kiwanis is coming on next week to talk about the Kingston Classic. Just real quick to give everyone an update, we're here at 143 Hurley Avenue, the Kingston Elks Lodge 550. We're doing a live remote this morning on Kingston Community Radio. We have many people here. It's really good turnout. Our guest right now is Coach House Players. We got Assemblyman Kevin Cahill here. Many guests are here. Sheriff Figueroa is here. Jed Tinty just came by and dropped off about at least 6 syrups.
Delicious looking.
Yeah, one of the syrups was red chili, chili pepper. Yeah.
Well, sweet and spicy.
Yeah. We got Al Tietzel here collecting money. He's also an Elks member. We got the Oracle table here. We got a lot of people here this morning. So come on down and join us. 143 Hurley Avenue. Our Assemblyman Kevin Cahill is here. Kevin, have a seat for a second. Kevin, what was that syrup that we were looking at? Was that red chili? Was it
the flavor?
What was it? Did you try some of it?
No.
It looked. I like gin syrup. Don't get me wrong, but that looked like
at the table that they're serving. I said, make sure you tell people what this is. The chili pepper.
That's it. Chili
I want to try it.
Normally,
part of me wants to
try a little first.
Right. I'd be intrigued
I got a long
to try
day
some.
ahead of me.
Yeah. I'd be intrigued to try some. I know. Yeah, I have blueberry in front of me. I think that one on the table over there with her is. Yeah, there's also coffee is over there too. Yeah.
I wonder if there's maple flavored maple.
Yeah, there's cinnamon. The cinnamon one looks good. So, Cam, how would you? I mean, you're the syrup maker. How would you flavor all these? You add some extract in there?
I don't know. Well, there's fruit and stuff. Dried cherries in the one. There's a vanilla bean in the other. I imagine there's coffee beans. I guess it just steeps the flavor. I'm too chicken. I make pure.
Hey, you did it. Look how much of your bottle I used on that one table over there.
I'm not smart enough to make all the flavors, but
I don't know. Yours is pretty good this year. I mean, it gets better and better every year.
Yeah, it must be like infused. I guess I don't know.
Yeah,
they throw it in.
I'm excited. I called my cousin the other day, and I called him on something entirely different, and he said, "Listen, I'll call you back. I'm in Scotland." And I said, "What are you doing in Scotland?" He said, "I'm here with my son-in-law. We're going to scotch making school."
Ooh. Whoa, scotch making.
Wow. So I told him when he comes home, he's going to have to. He advertises for his business.
Can I grade the homework?
Yeah. He advertises for his business now, the best free cup of coffee in the world. That's what he says at his business now.
It's too bad you can't.
On a sign, I said, "You're going to have to add the best free scotch."
Yeah.
And he said, "Yeah, I already looked at the
Scottish
law."
coffee.
And
it's too bad
I looked at the law. I can give everybody half a shot for free, and I don't have to get a license.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Wow.
Well,
hey,
thank you.
Sheriff
Yeah.
Figueroa, how you doing this morning? Good to see you.
Now he's a smart guy. He's got a full plate.
Yeah,
you
well,
go.
you got to get your. Hey, it's all you can eat. It's all you can eat for $10. So,
Right.
yeah, you can come sit with us if you'd like.
We have
No,
the sheriff.
come here.
Yeah, you don't matter. Yeah, we got 4 minutes till we go to break. So enjoy your breakfast, and then we can get.
There we go.
I'm heading out. I just found out I can go 60 on Chandler Drive because all the sheriff deputies are here. So.
Yeah, and actually they got one of the police vehicles outside. They got their lights on.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so it's like.
No, that's for Bailey.
Oh, that's for Bailey.
You know,
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I came up.
Oh, what?
I came
They
up.
do that every
I came
morning?
up Hurley Avenue and I
Really?
I got down around the old Freeman building. And I was like, boy, they're really doing a gangbusters for that breakfast. Then I get closer and I realize it's the kids going into school.
Oh, that's it. Oh, so then.
Stop traffic because you can't make a left.
Oh, so that's for the school buses. Yeah. Oh, okay. Because I was like, wow, they're really pulling out all the stops. When I went to go thank Jid when he was leaving, I was like, wow, they're really pulling out all the stops this morning. Yeah, police escort, exactly. So.
And they didn't escort me. I'm really disappointed.
Me too, Barbara. Me too.
The way out. They're gonna escort you home. Right to the bridge.
So
to the bridge.
So to be real quick before we go back to break, so Coach House players in his 72nd year, which is amazing. That's awesome. Anything else you want to add, Barbara, before we go to break?
Just if you're so sick of COVID, which we all are,
I think that's safe
come
to say.
to the theater and come laugh. You'll be belly laughing all over the place. Like I said, when my associate director and I are sitting there watching it, we've been doing this since January. Last night we had our first full rehearsal. We were sitting there in stitches, and we know the play.
Yeah.
And the actors are just so good, and they stay in character, which is one of the best. Even when they're breaking up, they're in character breaking up.
Nice.
Drinking habits, April 1st, 2nd, 3rd,
yeah, which
8th,
is
9th, and 10th.
Yeah, this Friday, actually.
CoachHousePlayers.org. Make reservations and come support local theater.
That's
and
right.
Barbara, thank you very much.
Yeah, Barbara, thank you for coming in.
For putting up with all this shenanigans
now,
today.
Get yourself a plate of food before Cam syrup disappears.
Or
try some of Jid Tinty's chili pepper syrup.
There you go.
But make sure you got a bottle of water with you.
There you go.
All right, Dan, take it away. All right, cool. Thanks, Barbara. I appreciate it.
Okay, and you're with us here at KCR, Kingston Community Radio, airing live from the Elks Lodge 550 at 143 Hurley Avenue. And all are welcome, and you can come in now. Come in now. And the breakfast includes eggs, pancakes, bacon, sausage, coffee, and juice for $10, and quite a spread there. And Kingston Community Radio will be broadcasting, and we are broadcasting live this morning with Cameron Rylance and Lawrence Maxwell, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Do you know who that is? Who's that? It could be a clever thief impersonating Central Hudson, asking for your personal or account information, or an immediate bill payment. Beware of scam artists that can target you by telephone, email, or in person. Don't provide personal information to callers or open email attachments. Ask to see ID. If you're ever uncertain about an inquiry, contact us. Don't fall victim to a sinister scheme.
Learn more at She Can STEM, a message brought to you by the Ad Council.
No word in the English language is less convincing than probably.
Are you sure we should get matching tattoos on our first date?
Sure. We'll probably stay together.
Probably? It's been 23 minutes since I ate. I can probably swim.
You should wait 30 minutes.
Okay, now tell me what to do. Cannonball! cramp! Oh, I have a cramp.
I can probably hit the green from here.
Probably.
Can I get a mulligan?
Ready to go?
Hey, are you sure you're okay to drive?
Yeah, I'm pretty sober. Yeah, I'm probably okay.
Probably okay isn't okay, especially when it comes to drinking and driving. If you're drinking, call a cab, a car, or a friend. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. A message brought to you by Ymca and the Ad Council.
Hey, so what's a great way to spread awareness that driving high is illegal everywhere? A catchy song, of course.
You can run, but you can't drive high. You can run, but you can't drive high.
Friendly reminder, don't drive high. If you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by Ymca and the Ad Council.
Hi, my name is George Post from Ulster Park, New York, and I support Kingston Community Radio, and so should you. Where else can you speak to your local representatives on the air and have your questions answered? So thank you, and support KCR.
This last portion of Kingston Community Radio has been brought to you by MHVFCU, Mid-Hudson Valley Federal Credit Union. 1099 Morton Boulevard in Kingston is their main office. This upcoming portion of Kingston Community Radio is brought to you by Robert Baum Commercial Realty, located at 79 St. James Street, Kingston, New York. Visit rgbaum.com for more information. And you're here with us at KCR, Kingston Community Radio, AM 920 and 92.5 FM, and streaming online at mykcr.org. Upcoming weather for the next 3 days, a mix of clouds and sun today with a high of 37, and clear skies tonight with a low near 20 degrees. And that's kind of pretty much the last 20 degrees that we're going to have. Wednesday, I hope anyway. Wednesday, it's going to go up to 44 degrees with a mix of clouds and sun during the day. And then Wednesday night, cloudy with a low near 34. And Thursday, we have periods of rain and thunder and lightning possible with a 70% chance of rain and a high of 65. Thursday night, a steady rain in the evening, showers continuing late, and we still have that now a 90% chance of rain during Thursday night, and with a low of 46 degrees. And there we have it. You're listening to KCR, Kingston Community Radio, AM 920 and 92.5 FM, and we are broadcasting with a live remote from the Kingston Elks Lodge on 143 Hurley Avenue, and we invite you very, very, very much to come and have some breakfast with us. Cost is $10. Breakfast includes eggs, pancakes, bacon, sausage, coffee, and juice. And we are broadcasting live, and I'm kind of ready to give it back to you, Lawrence. How are you doing?
I'm usually pretty good at winging it. All right, I'm good. Thanks, Dan. All right, so... Whoa, dude. Look at that thing with some bacon in it. I don't know. We allowed to drink on the air? Well, you are.
I am.
Okay, so we're live at 143 Hurley Avenue in Kingston, New York at the Elks Lodge for the KCR breakfast. Cam, do you want to introduce our guests?
We I have two guests with me. Well, ladies first. Amanda Medikekia, who is one of the co-directors of the Kingston Classic?
I would say
Race
there's
director?
a core group, a committee.
You can be the spokesperson for the Kingston Classic Committee. And Mike Yanushevitz, the president of the Kingston Kiwanis Club.
Thank you, Cam. Glad to be
guys.
here.
Thanks for being here. So, what big announcement do you have in 4 weeks or 3 weeks?
Well, Mike, you're the president, so I think you can take the lead on this.
All right, we're 26 days away from the Kingston Kiwanis Classic. It's going to be on Sunday, April 24th. After a 2-year hiatus, we're glad to be back. We're going to be down at the Strand this year again. We have a new course design utilizing the Hutton Brickyard Trail and the Empire State Trail.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's great. So there's less road.
Less road and more of the trail, and taking advantage of kind of the new park that's down there.
And it's paved?
It's
That's
paved. Yep.
Fantastic.
So we'll be doing a 10K that goes all the way out to East Kingston, a 5K, and a 1.2-mile fun run.
Family fun run thing?
Family fun run.
So this is all on that Sunday, right?
Yep. Starting at 10 o'clock in the morning is the first race that's going off, and then Old Savannah is gracious enough to be hosting us for an after party afterwards.
Thank you, Old Savannah.
Will they have their side tent set up by then?
We're hoping the side tent's up. We're hoping that this cold weather goes out so the ice is melted so the side tent can be up.
No, I think the hockey rink's done for the year. The ice rink's done for the year. Now, being a faithful Kiwanian for a number of years and having directed traffic for a bunch, what number classic is this?
It is the 38th annual. We thought we might have been at 40th, but we're not going to count the last two. So it's officially the 38th annual, but the 40th will be coming soon.
Yeah, well, 2 years. So you're not counting the last, because the last couple of years you did like a virtual thing, or...
We did what we could.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we had to cancel in 2020, and we did have a very successful virtual run in 2021 that utilized kind of the same trail that we're going to use this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. That had just opened.
Yep.
Much.
And I think we had over 150 runners that signed up to do the virtual run, so it was a pretty good success for a virtual run.
Now,
I think so.
All right, 100 something for the virtual compared to what's normal for a Kingston Classic. Thousands, right? A couple thousand.
We're hoping to get back to 500 this year, and then get back to the 1,000 mark in the upcoming years. So
we're going to build it back up.
Build
again.
it back up.
We're
Well,
back strong.
Don't sell yourself short. I mean, why wouldn't it be 1,000?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, it's no COVID restrictions, hopefully.
I actually used to go to the Kingston Classic when I was younger. My parents were runners, and I remember going, and there were tons of people, and I think maybe the big smoothies would play. It was like a big thing.
Yeah, big
was
smoothies
fun.
were huge. What so things are starting and stopping from. The race begins and ends at the same place, downtown.
Correct.
Yeah. Pre-race,
can you sign up the day of the race? Do you have to pre-register?
So registration is open right now on KiwanisKingstonClassic.com. Right now the races are $25. We're hoping to get some pre-registration sign-ups.
Is there a little discount if you sign up now?
$25 if you sign up now, and it'll be $30 on race day.
$5. Save yourself $5. Now,
sign up early, you get a T-shirt. So that's incentive as well.
Save money
we have
and
a lovely design this year that we'll be showing.
Nice.
So make sure you sign up by April 4th in order to guarantee a T-shirt.
That's the deadline.
That's fantastic.
People.
And it's open up until the starting gun goes off, right?
Yep.
So awesome. What age groups, or it's just anyone can just register and run, or?
We're doing age groups again. We're basically doing a 19 and under, and then intervals of 10. We're just kind of keeping it a little more simple. I think we gave out more awards at one point.
I was going to say, are there prizes or awards, or?
Yes, of course.
Well, what kind of prize?
Well, maybe you have to attend to find out.
Oh.
We are doing.
You're still working on them.
We are doing a team award. So the team that has the most signed up will be getting an award. So sign up as a team, guys.
We actually have quite a few teams signed up already.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is there a limit or a maximum, or what do you need to be a team? Just got to call you.
We just want to see who the biggest group of people want to get
now,
together.
Now, is a team everyone has to pay, or is it do you still have to pay the individual rental fee or
rental
fee?
When you
registration fee.
When you register, just make sure there's a spot that you can include your team name, and just make sure that everyone puts the same team name, and we'll combine you all together.
As a team, that's cool. Great way to make it more of a fun day, running together as a group or family or organization. It's good.
Yeah.
Now, are there a tradition? I'm asking because I'm interviewing you. Is the levels of competition, like could would competitive runners be put off, or would amateur runners be, oh, it's too big for me? Is it open for everybody?
I think it's open to both. I mean, we have a lot of our participants are from, local running clubs. I believe we're part of the Oneonta Runners Club race, possibly the Shawangunk Runners as well. But if you just want to come out and have fun, do the 1.5 mile run walk, it is what it's what you make of it. You're on a great trail, just have a great day.
Now, I've seen other races where is it electronic timing and all that kind of stuff? Do you guys does Kingston Classic do all that kind of stuff?
We have partnered with a REAP who does a lot of running races in the area, and they will be providing net times as well as the gross times. So we're using electronic mats so that we'll be able to track it when you're crossing the finish line.
Wow. So because I know that people that run competitively, you have to qualify for things. This is an official time for.
We do. We will mark out the race, and it will be an official time and officially timed by our partners at REAP.
That's cool. That's awesome.
Real deal race.
Yeah. No, it is. That's cool. Now. Wearing your Kiwanis hat. Now, there's a lot to goes on. I mean, what's some of the planning involved? I mean, you got to ask the city of Kingston, right? Got to get permission, and the police and the EMS probably.
It is a lot of teamwork.
Yeah, Kiwanis, we have a great team that's kind of all come together and kind of making sure this event goes off without a hitch. We do a lot of partnering with the city to make sure that the roads are all blocked. We are always looking for volunteers. Sign-ups are on our website. We highly encourage anyone that wants to come out and volunteer and be a part of the day. Even if you don't want to race, come volunteer with us, and maybe even join the club if you're interested.
Yeah, no, thank you. Now, the Kiwanis Club, Kingston Kiwanis Club, has been around. We just celebrated
our 100th anniversary. So this is year 101.
And of course, Mike Yanushevich here is our club president. And what is Kiwanis? Some of our listeners may not know. What is? I'm in Kiwanis, I know. So, but what the hell is a Kiwanis?
So Kiwanis is a service organization that serves the community. We're an international organization. We have clubs all across the world, but in Kingston, we're really focused on youth and providing services to youth in the community and doing what we can to make things better for them. One of our major projects this year with the funds that we raise, primarily from this Kingston Classic, and a little show we have in October called Capers Classic.
A little show.
Kiwanis
the greatest
Capers.
Production ever.
We give away up to $20,000 in scholarships to local youth to attend college, as well as other programs that we do throughout the community.
Ann, have a seat if you want. That's Ann Papillion, another good Kiwanis, and Elks. Actually, Mike's a dual wears two hats too. So.
Right. Did you mention literacy?
No.
The literacy program we have where all the third graders in the Kingston district receive dictionaries every year, and rotating an elementary school every year. We allow the librarian to go to Barnes & Nobles and pick out 50 books. And this year it's Chambers School.
Is awesome. And those books are we pay for all that, right? It's gratis to the students and.
Correct. Yep.
That's fantastic. I didn't even realize. I'm in the club and I didn't even realize that.
and thank you for the literacy reminder. And part of the Kiwanis Classic this year, as opposed to giving away a race gift, we made the decision that every racer that participates in the race, we're going to donate a book in their name to a child in the community.
That's awesome. Even more reason to sign up for the Kingston Classic. Wow. So, as well as, Kiwanis participates in the Clean Sweep, and I can't even think of some of the other organizations the parades and civic, whatever. We, unfortunately, because of the last 2 years, we haven't done our annual Senior Citizens Dinner, early December, complimentary holiday dinner for senior citizens of the county. But I imagine we're going to be revisiting that this fall. now that there's no more indoor restrictions and all that.
Yeah,
So.
we also like to partner with other organizations in the community. For years, we've done the Boy Scouts food drive in November. All those bags that are around the community, we help the Boy Scouts kind of sort and box all that off.
The UPS facility is huge. That's hundreds of volunteers, hours. That's a huge. And I've been involved with that through Scouts. My son, like giving out the bags, collecting it, and then bringing it up to the UPS facility.
And it's really a kudos to this community, the amount of food they're able to gather.
It's very, through Kiwanis, Elks, our community definitely comes together, and it's a wonderful thing. So, but back to the classic, another community thing. What is the literacy? You said the beneficiary of the funds.
So we're still working out the details, but our plan is to have the availability. If any of the runners would like to write a note to a student, they're not required to, but we will have a kind of a thing that they can fill out at the race day. Those will be placed inside the book covers, and we're still working out the details of how we're going to get it in the hands of hands of the students themselves.
That's cool.
We want to make sure that the book becomes theirs.
Great idea. What else is going on with Kiwanis? Any other upcoming events that we can talk about?
We do have our golf tournament that's coming up in June.
Ooh.
That's always a fun time.
June sounds like it's far away, but it's going to be here, lickety-split. So.
And our other big event, like I said before, is the Kiwanis Capers in October. Make sure you save the date. I'm looking it up right now. It is October 20th, 21st, and 22nd at Bailey School. So make sure that you save those dates. It's always a fun time.
Yeah, and that, like Mike said earlier, that's our scholarship is our proudest achievement every year. Upwards of $20,000 every year for 30 years, long time. And the Capers is our biggest fundraiser for that. And no other organizations I know has given out $500,000 in our community. All fund, all grassroots. We raise our money, we give it away, and it's it's fantastic. Yeah, and it's all local people helping local stuff. So now what the heck was I trying to say? The high school, I believe, moving forward, the Capers might be at the high school.
Yep, we're actually just submitting our application right now, so hopefully at the high school, but if not, we've been at Bailey historically, and that'd be nice as well. But the application is going in shortly.
We'll see. But the golf tournament, do you know when that is? And how can people get information on that, do you know?
So you can check out our website, KingstonKiwanis.org, and the golf tournament will be on, I believe it is June 6th this year,
and that's at Twopskill.
That will be at Twopskill this year. So that's our third major event that we have during the year, and then countless service projects that we do.
Excellent.
I think we should take a moment to thank a few people who have helped us get ready for the Kingston Classic.
Absolutely.
One, I would like to give a huge shout out to our local Steve Schellenkamp. If you know who he is, he's a true character, and he really knows what he's doing. I've known him a long time.
Now, Steve is a runner. Isn't he in charge of, because he does this thing in the paper, right? A column in the paper?
He writes a column in the paper. He's also part of the Ontura Runners Club and the Schwangang Runners Club, and he's always running.
Now, what's his role in the classic planning?
He's part of our core committee. He's helped us do a lot. Actually, we have some new people in this year. Mike and I, it's our first time doing this event and taking over some positions. So, we need advice and help, and Steve was there for us. And, our whole group just works so well together, and we're going to have a great race this year.
And he finally joined.
And he did
join.
Oh,
did he really? Okay, that's cool.
If Steve can join, you can as well.
There you go. Now, who else has been involved with some of you? You said you had some kudos.
Well, we also have had a lot of sponsors. Mike, I know you're a little familiar with everybody if you want to give a shout-out, but I will give a shout-out to Mid-Hudson Valley Federal Credit Union just because I work there, and, thank you to their engagement committee who had helped us with the sponsorship. and then Mike can tell us the rest.
Yes, this event couldn't be possible without our sponsors. Our major sponsors are Old Savannah, who's hosting us for the after party, Ulster Savings Bank, Hurley Veterinary, Binney Water, Radio Kingston are our major sponsors this year. So I think this wouldn't be possible without their help.
Yeah. There's still time to be a sponsor as well if anybody's interested. Just reach out on the website or through Facebook, and we'll get back to you.
And so also volunteers, right? We're actively need volunteers for race day. And then if you like what you see, Kiwanis, it's open to anyone. It's men, women. I think you have to be 18 probably is the only restriction, I would think. Wonderful organization.
It's a lot, it's a lot of fun, but it's a lot of good too. So.
Yep. Similar to Lions Club, Elks. The more you put into it, the more
you put in, the more you get out.
Yep.
So just to recap, we're sitting here with Kingston Kiwanis Club. They're talking about the Kingston Classic. We're live broadcasting 143 Hurley Avenue. The Kingston Elks Lodge and Kingston Community Radio are put on a breakfast.
It's a fundraiser breakfast.
And it's also a fundraiser breakfast. And also, we've got a great turnout this morning. So the room is full.
I'm missing all the action.
Well, I told them to save you some food, but they're running through food. We've had a big turnout.
Good.
A lot of people have showed up. Dr. Ed Alio just showed up. We have quite a few listeners that are here. Sheriff Figueroa was here. Assemblyman Cahill's still here. Jed Tinty was here, who dropped off about 9 bottles of syrup. Some of them
flavored.
Some of them I don't know. I'm a little suspect with that chili pepper. That chili pepper syrup, but
the vanilla.
It's over in the other room. No one's quite tackled it yet. I tried to throw it in Al Tietzel's face. He shot me a look that didn't look like he had a chili pepper one.
Might be hot. Try it.
I tell you, Cam, you did an amazing job with your syrup this year. So kudos to that.
Plain. I'm not fancy enough to make all those flavors.
After 15 years now of you doing it, or 16 years, because you've been over at Rising Sun now, because the grill has been closed for almost 18 years now, and you went there right after that closed.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right, so not to hijack your interview, come join us at 143 Hurley Avenue. And get here before the food runs out.
Right.
I mean, we do have quite a bit of food left, but it's a fundraiser breakfast.
I want to thank Phil Giziano.
He did an amazing job cooking this morning.
I know a lot of you folks.
The bacon is perfectly cooked. I don't like undercooked bacon. I like it a little more done on the well-done side, and it is perfect.
Well,
I've already had 2 big, huge
3 hours,
helpings.
3 hours cooking bacon last night.
Oh, really? That was made last night? That tastes really good.
5:30, that's 3 hours.
What, you cooked it in the oven?
Yeah.
And how many pounds of it?
15 pounds.
So what?
300 slices, roughly.
Holy cow! I think I've eaten 10 already. And look, Dr. Sandberg just walked in the door with Robin Baker. So we've had quite a bit of host show up this morning. That's good. So here, I'm going to go do some schmoozing.
That's right.
You guys got about 8 minutes left before you go to break.
There you go. So
I will say it does smell delicious in here.
Well, good. Got to get some, and it's a fundraiser. So grab some breakfast before you go. So what? So Facebook, right? You get a hold of.
So there's information on Facebook, but our primary spot for sign-ups for volunteers, registration for the race, as well as to be able to donate to Kiwanis is KingstonClassic.com. So please make sure you check it out, and all the information out there for the race, the new course, and all our sponsors are already out there.
And so right now, early registration's open. It's $25, and you get a shirt, right? When does the fee go up? Do you know?
The fee goes up the Wednesday before race day is when we close.
Oh, okay.
We have to close online registration, and then race day, the fee goes up $5, and you can sign up on race day.
Yeah. And so, again, it's a 10K, a 5K, and a little 1.5 mile fun run. Is that fun run? Is that correct?
It's a fun run. It's designed for families
and kids and dogs and all sorts of good stuff.
Yep. If you don't run, you can always walk it. We encourage people to go out and have a nice time.
Excellent.
But be careful as well.
That's
Do not ride a bike.
And so I'm actually, the new course sounds awesome, and it's up and down. There's more of it on the rail trail, shall we say, right?
Yep. So the 10K, we're starting pretty much right in front of Old Savannah, and we're heading out towards Delaware Avenue. Then we cross and we go out the Hutton Brickyard Trail, which turns into the Empire State Trail, turn around in about East Kingston, come back the same way. We're then going to turn and go down into towards Rotary Park and the Point, and come back on the rail trail that's there, and you're going to finish right where you started.
That's great.
So
that makes easier for the city, less traffic snarls, and easier on volunteers. You don't have to close as many intersections and stuff.
Less road closures, and it's a nicer course because you're running right along the Hudson River.
Yeah,
so
gorgeous.
We're hoping for a nice weather day, but the course itself is real nice.
And the pavement on the Empire Trail is better than the roads in Kingston. So there's no potholes on the new trail out there. So
yeah, if you haven't walked it, it's a very nice trail. It starts basically at Delaware Avenue and goes all the way out to East Kingston, right along the Hudson River. I highly encourage you to go check it out.
Excellent. Boy, people keep rolling in.
I'm telling you, you better get in there and get a plate of food, and I'll
That's
do the
all
next.
right.
I'll do the next.
I'll stop at
Hey,
the
look
diner.
who's here!
Hi,
I
Stu.
think
How
all
are
your
you?
guests have shown up.
Just
Cam.
about, yeah.
Yeah. How are you, Sue?
Yeah.
I can't pronounce your last name,
Hey,
so I'll
Mark,
just
how
say
are you?
Sue
Good
from
morning,
the Office
good
of the Aging is here.
And Mark Cosapoli just rolled in. He's going to be our 8:30 guest. So, that's Kevin. Good. Good morning, Kevin. How are you? Good. Yeah, so this is awesome. This is
we're
live radio broadcast.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
So I think we'll be able to fill the pavilion up in the summer.
If
now.
we do it in the summer,
I think,
sure.
I think that's a good safe bet. When I saw people starting to show up at 6:45, I knew that we were going to have a lot of people here.
There you go.
So it's good to see everyone come out.
We
did that already.
I twisted Phil Giziano's arm to cook for me. Because I'm on the radio.
And you did a good job twisting his arm because the food is excellent.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Good to hear.
Food is
Smells
excellent.
good.
Yeah.
So, all right, just to recap. So, Mike Yanishevich, President of Kingston Kiwanis Club, thank you so much for being here. Amanda Metakekia, Chairperson of the Race Committee. So, again, April
24th, 10 o'clock down at the Strand.
Come on down.
Please join us.
And registration's open right now, so please go out and register now.
Excellent. So,
Great.
Cool. I
All right.
appreciate you guys coming out. And Ann, you can come see Ann. Will be there working, right? And I'll be there volunteering as well. I'm not sure doing what, but
we'll all be there.
So
We'll all be somewhere.
The start line starts on the bottom of the Strand now. It used to start at Deet Stadium.
Yeah,
didn't it?
yeah. It's right under the bridge, essentially.
Really?
Yeah.
And the finish line is right there.
Same spot.
And Old
Wow.
Savannah's hosting the after party.
Nice.
And,
it's still a 10K race?
There's a 10K, 5K, and a 1.5 mile
fun run.
See, I haven't been listening to the
Well,
segment.
you've been working a room.
Yeah,
so,
I haven't. I've been trying. There's quite a few people
So we're
here.
going
I
to
gotta,
break in a couple minutes, 2 minutes.
We're about to go to break in about 30 seconds.
Yeah, we're going to go to break in 30 seconds.
Yeah, so thank you guys for coming in. We really appreciate it. Thank you for coming in today. And go ahead, Dan, take it away. Did you guys get something to eat?
Okay, and thank you. And you're with us here at KCR, Kingston Community Radio, AM 920 and 92.5 FM. We are broadcasting live from the Kingston Elks Lodge 550, and we're teaming up with a breakfast live remote this day from 7 to 10. And that includes a $10 breakfast spread of eggs, pancakes, bacon, sausage, coffee, and juice. Kingston Community Radio is broadcasting live this morning with Lawrence Maxwell and Cameron Rylance. And please come down and have a breakfast. And that is at the Kingston Elks Lodge at 143 Hurley Avenue. Everyone is welcome. Thank you. And you're listening to KCR, Kingston Community Radio, AM 920 and 92.5 FM. And this last portion of Kingston Community Radio has been brought to you by Robert Baum Commercial Realty, located at 79 St. James Street, Kingston, New York. Visit rgbaum.com for more information. We'll be right back.
Okay, let's settle down. Since today is career day, stand up and tell the class what you want to be when you grow up.
I want to be a pilot, soccer player, fireman, a judge.
Kids dream big. As a parent, you can protect those dreams by keeping your kids healthy well into adulthood. If your son or daughter is 11 or 12 years old, the American Cancer Society recommends giving them the HPV vaccine to help protect them from 6 types of HPV cancers later in life. To learn more, visit cancer.org/dreambig.
Moms, we don't know how you do it all, but you do. You are part teacher, counselor, chef, and doctor, all rock star. Being a mom today is complicated and sometimes unpredictable. But it's those precious moments that make your journey together crazy and wonderful. At the American Heart Association, we know your family is why. That's why we're here for you, to make sure more of those moments happen, to make sure a healthier, longer life is possible for you and your family. We're impacting laws that help shape healthier communities, but we can't do it without you. Moms are at the heart of change. So here's to you, Mom. Here's to impacting the health of our future. Moms United can make real change. Start by visiting lifeiswhy.org/moms. The American Heart Association and the American Stroke Association. Life is why.
Hey everybody, Rachel Ray here. Nothing brings a bigger smile to my face than cooking up a big meal for the whole family and lots of friends. But there's not enough room at my table for the 17 million kids in our country who struggle with hunger. That's why the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks collects surplus food to give hope to hungry kids. But they can't do it without your help. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
A message from Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is Winnie from the Rosendale Seniors, and I support Kingston Community Radio, and so should you.
And we're back, and you're with us here at KCR, Kingston Community Radio, AM 920 and 92.5 FM. It's going to be partly cloudy today with a high of 37 degrees, and it's going to go down to a 20-degree clear sky tonight. Wednesday, mix of clouds and sun in the morning, followed by cloudy skies during the afternoon, a high of 44. And it's going to be cloudy Wednesday night with a low of 34 degrees. And then we're going to go up to 65 degrees with rain likely. It's a 70% chance of rain on Thursday. And same thing Thursday night with a 90% chance of rain early and remaining cloudy with showers throughout the night on Thursday night. This upcoming portion of Kingston Community Radio is brought to you by Rondout Savings Bank, always working for you and our community with branches in Kingston, West Hurley, and Hyde Park. Also online at rondoutbank.com. And let's get back to the on-air studio, which happens to be at 143 Hurley Avenue, and we invite you to have breakfast with us all the way up until 10 o'clock a.m. today. And we are broadcasting live, and our show is being broadcast from 7 to 9 a.m. at the Kingston Elks Lodge at 143 Hurley Avenue. And we welcome you back to the Kingston Elks Lodge, 143 Hurley Avenue, for our breakfast show.
Detail. We have a little clerical work to take care of.
Got it.
2 years ago, Mark was recognized as...
We're back.
As, was going to be awarded, but because of COVID, the banquet, not the banquet, we canceled our thing and everything, but I've been holding this for 2 years.
Oh, wow.
Mark Casapoli was for my predecessor, Kevin Gage, the 2021 Distinguished Citizen of the Year for Ulster County, or Kingston Elks Lodge. So this has been hanging in our office for 2 years. I'm happy to present this to you now. So congratulations.
That's awesome. Thank you.
That and
I was not aware.
Get you a cup of coffee.
No, I like it. I like it. Thank you very much.
But more importantly, I think it was November, I contacted Mark. The Elks National Foundation had a quick blitz of money available, up to $3,500, to be awarded in January. The money had to be spent before the end of March to qualify for this funding. So it was geared towards COVID relief for veterans and children. So we do a lot of stuff with children, and having a recent partnering with Mark a little bit, I emailed Mark and said, Mark, up to $3,500 is available. What's the quickest thing I can help you? And without really hesitating, Mark said food gift certificates because people that come to you, veterans that are experiencing some sort of food distress or money problems, you can help them instantly.
Yeah, veterans are very prideful, as you know, and if they do come in and they're having a tough time, they don't like to ask for help. And if we notice something's going on, we're able to pass that card to them immediately. We know they won't be back if they say, "Hey, I'm having an issue." They won't be back again. So being able to do it right on the spot immediately is huge, and it just changes everything for them right at that moment. And that's what we like to be able to do is just help them just in time versus down the road.
The Kingston Elks Lodge is extremely proud and happy to present to you 73 $50 Hannaford gift cards. Not knowing what to do, some of these we put in these nice little thank you notes, and there's a brief note in here that says, "Thank you for your service. Please accept this as a token of our appreciation." And we signed it. Whoever wrote the card signed it. Cameron, Kingston Elks Lodge 550.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Additionally, we have a bunch of plain ones. So, Mark, on behalf of the Kingston Elks Lodge, please accept this and for use, for your use and to help the veterans of our community.
No, I can't tell you how wonderful this is. You guys are true patriots. I'll tell you, I've been in this position for over 2 years now, and just connecting with this Elks Lodge in particular has just been wonderful. You're true patriots. You certainly look to take care of our veterans. I know you have some veterans part of your organization.
Absolutely.
But even those that are not veterans are looking to take care of our American heroes in Ulster County. So thank you very much. It is much appreciated, and this is going to go far, and I'm going to share it with my friend here, Gavin, as well.
So,
because
perfect segue. So could you please introduce Gavin?
Yes, I would love to introduce Gavin. So Gavin works as the director of Vet to Vet, which is the peer counseling program that's been established in New York. It's driven under the PFC Joseph P. Dwyer grant, and we were actually able to help them get the grant about 2 years ago. Last year was their first full year functioning under this grant, and Gavin and his crew over there are our community partners. They're the ones that when I have a veteran who's struggling and maybe beyond our help, I know I can go to them and they can help with the counseling portion or get them into group or just meet with them and be able to have a conversation that's a little bit different than what I would have with them. Sometimes veterans look at us and say, "Oh, it's government, I don't want to deal with them," and they'll go to them first, and vice versa. We share veterans, we look after veterans together, and he's under the umbrella of the center, which I'll allow him to speak about a little bit more. But Gavin is a fellow Air Force veteran like myself, so Gavin Walters, thank you and welcome.
Thank you. Yes, and yes, we are under the Hudson Valley National Center for Veteran Reintegration, which is which started out as Kevin Keaveney, just building a kayak in his backyard, which eventually developed into veterans coming together to build kayaks, and that peer support, peer relationship is what really cultivates or really helps us, get to services like the VSA, the veteran healthcare, like all these different resources, just by us speaking to one another and saying, "Hey, I met an individual that is great to help you. Like, let's go together." And that relationship really helps individuals because they recognize and know that someone's listening to them, and that's all for a lot of us. All someone wants is just for someone just to listen to us and not just say, "Yeah, this is what you need, this is what you should get." It's just about guiding the person to the next step.
Now, I imagine retired or former service people have issues that only other vets can understand truly. Similar probably to like a police officer or an EMT. There's things that you've done and experienced that a civilian hasn't. So is the vet to vet, is it peer?
Yes, actually, as Mark said, it started from Joseph P. Dwyer, who unfortunately was the outcome of not getting proper services when he was trying to reach out to the VA, when he was trying to reach out to individuals. So he actually died from accidental overdose. He was photographed saving a young man in, I believe it was Iraq or and that image basically showed everyone like, yeah, he's a hero, but to him, he was still carrying those baggages, he was still carrying the images, he was still carrying a lot of weight, when he was trying to live his life after service. And unfortunately, it eventually caught up to him where he couldn't get the help right away because he always reached out to law enforcement. He always reached out to help. And that time when he was trying to reach out to help, it didn't come right away to save him. But we know that, from peer support, like when those situations come up where someone's like, listen, I can't do anything. I just need help. What can I do? They could, reach out to someone at 2 o'clock in the morning. And we know, we sometimes are up at 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock.
When stuff's in your head, man, it doesn't matter the time of day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And if you could just reach out and say, yo, brother, listen, what's going on? Just have that conversation with them and say, oh, what? You're thinking about killing yourself? All right, hold on. Let's see what we can do. Let's talk about this. And then on the other side of that, get that person the proper help. I'd rather someone get mad at me and hate me for the rest of my life and then be alive for that time. We rather help someone whatever situation they're in. When we first started our Dwyer program, there was an individual that during COVID, he had an eviction notice to get, he had to be evicted 90 days. And just think about 90 days of thinking that if you're not going to be in the same place, 90 days of, dealing with your own health, dealing with your own mental health, thinking about, okay, will I have a place to live? So we're able to get him connected to resources and get the individual connected to community resources. There's an Orange County program that helps with housing. So we're able to logistically get all those together, and then eventually an organization was actually able to pay, and now he actually owns the property that they were trying to evict him from. And that was because community came together and say, hey, what can we do together? And that's how it starts from, just saying, hey, I need help. Okay, let's come together and let's talk about it. Let's figure out what we can do to help this person. And this is what it's all about, just helping community.
Now how can veterans get help or people that may be interested in offering help or assistance? How can they get in touch with you or the program or whatever?
So once again, we work alongside with the VSA, so we're always sharing information.
VSA, Veteran Service Administration? Okay.
Yes. So we're always talking and communicating. So if an individual reach out to us on Facebook, our webpage, we're under the Hudson Valley National Center for Veteran Integration. So if they look for us on the webpage or...
What's the best number? Yeah, what's the best number to call you?
The best number is 845-481-4695 or 845-481-0404.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And then also for the Veteran Services Agency, you want to call 845-340-3190. Again, any of these numbers, mine's actually, that's the 9 to 5, but you can get a hold of us during that time frame, 340-3190, and vice versa. We'll connect you either with Vet to Vet or the center, and they will connect you with us as well. We do work hand in hand on taking care of our veterans.
Yeah.
And then I also have a very robust Facebook group, so we will invite veterans and non-veterans alike to join this Facebook group. It's Ulster County Veteran News, Resources, and Events. That's where I share everything and anything veteran in our community, not just Ulster, but the Hudson Valley itself. So any civilian organizations out there, civilians that want to know what's going on, get on there. Any veterans who need some resources or want to know what's going on, join the group, and we love sharing that information because that's what we're finding is helping us connect, and theoretically it's saving lives. Just making sure we're connecting with those veterans that are far away that we can't get our arms around is key to us. So,
and there's no, if someone calls, they don't care. You don't care if they live in Cohasset or
no. We've actually serviced
Kansas, right?
Helped individuals in New Jersey, all the way to Cali, because they just need to get connections. So it's just about sharing resources.
Yeah. Myself too. We got calls from South Carolina because they said their son lives in Ulster County, and they said you took good care of my son. He wanted me to call you, and we're never going to turn a veteran away. So anybody that needs help anytime can reach out to us.
And as well as, it doesn't matter if the service connection, whether dishonorable, whatever service connection is, whether they serve one day in service, as long as you raise their hand, that's what we respect, the fact that you're going to serve your country honorably. But unfortunately, those are unfortunate circumstances that will stop somebody from completing service. So that's why we say, no matter how you serve, we don't care. Just come so we can support
arms
you,
are
help
open.
you.
And that's key. That is key to know for our listeners out there. Gavin's Center, the Vet to Vet, they will take in any veteran that he just said raised their hand. unfortunately, me being a government agency and we work directly with the VA, and a lot of our things are associated with, credentials and certain things have to be accomplished, and we can't help certain veterans with certain resources. So when they come in, and if they happen to be an other than honorable, we'll try to help them, but we can't connect them with any federal resources.
Yeah, I mean, that's sad, but it's understandable. I mean, there has to be a line.
But that's what's
somewhere.
good is they can still do it.
That's where you come in.
So don't worry about if anybody is out there, or if you know anybody, get them to my office, because at the very least, if we can't do anything, we're going to connect them over with our friends across the way.
Yeah. Now, how many do you guys operate out of an office?
Yes, we do. Our office is at 101 Enterprise Drive in Kingston, which is over by Tech City.
Okay.
So we are in that area.
In that complex there?
Yeah, but we try to branch out. We're always in the community. We're always trying to do a little information booth. So we've done a few things at Town Plattsburgh Library, Roundout Cafe, I believe Kyra. We've done stuff there, Ellenville Library. So we're always trying to get in the community. Cause that's
Well, Flag Day. We have a big ceremony here, Flag Day. I'm inviting you now to set up I think we got. I think we'll get an excuse from you. Well, the sheriff was here. Well, give me a fake ticket, and I got held up. The sheriff pulled me over. So how many people are in your the organization?
So we operate with myself as a full-time, and we have 3 part-time, and we try to encourage volunteers because that's been the I'll say bread and butter of our success. Because unfortunately when the funding wasn't there, we were given our time and effort for that, and a lot of people understand that when you give yourself selflessly, then that's genuine appreciation, genuine empathy. So we always encourage anyone that wants to volunteer, especially we know the importance of family. So if a spouse of a veteran said, hey, let's have a group for spouses to support one another, we'll actually encourage that. We encourage everybody to, bring ideas, bring what you know that could support another individual, because that's how it is. It's just about encouraging and helping another person that might be in the same situation.
Yeah, that's probably greatly overlooked by most people, the role of a spouse to someone deployed or, relocating. Stressful as well, so I'm sure.
And my office, again, that's one of the things we do also is making sure we include the spouse in whatever we have going on for the veteran. So out of the Veteran Service Agency, one of the things that we do is we also do transportation for our veterans to VA appointments. So every day we run a bus up to the Albany Stratton VA. Wow. So any veterans that need appointments, again, call 340-3190. Twice a week we go to the Castle Point VA. That's every Tuesday and Thursday. And we also run local doctor's appointments, mostly dialysis, so we keep them on their schedules. We get them there. I have 1 full-time driver, 5 part-time drivers. And then in my office we have 2 VSOs, myself and the deputy. The VSOs are dedicated to doing claim work and social services type paperwork, whether it's temporary assistance, HEAP, whatever we can do when a veteran comes in need. They're there to help assist with the paperwork to get them that assistance they need. I brought a VSO here today. I don't know if you saw him over there.
Yeah, Mike.
We got Mike Jerkowski is here. He's there welcoming any veterans in and signing them up to be in our file system, and then also saying, if you need help, I'm here to work out a disability claim for you or a pension claim or something to help you get by and get you what you earn.
I can imagine navigating insurance is bad enough, but we throw in multiple bureaucracies.
Yes.
It's got to be a nightmare.
And that's where we're key. We're federally accredited, so there's a lot of things that we can do that others can't, and that we want to make sure people know about, that we're the ones that can help navigate them through those muddy waters to get them what they deserve. And then they show up homeless, we get them placed. If they show up hungry, thanks to the Elks Lodge, we're going to feed them on the spot. So thank you.
And then through other philanthropy work I've done, I know someone in need is going to feed their dog before they feed themselves.
Yeah.
They're going to skip their meds to buy, cans of tuna fish for themselves. So,
it's true.
You know,
it's true.
and they throw in the prideful factor of it. You know, people suffer, and they wait way too long. People wait way too long to get help, and you know, what you guys doing, help. We're trying to get the word out there. You know, people. You know, the earlier you reach out, the
and they're
better.
stubborn, right?
Yeah,
they're stubborn, right, Gavin?
Absolutely.
I bet you were stubborn too before you reached out. I mean,
you're absolutely right about that.
It's the pride, and you don't want you don't want to admit it. It's not weakness, or
No, that's key. And there's a lot of young veterans out there we don't know about, and they go back into the community, they embed themselves into the community, and we don't know where they are or who they are. So if you know veterans out there, get them to the VSA. Get them to Vet. We're, again, in Kingston, both of us, but we branch out throughout the entire Ulster County and even in the Hudson Valley.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we definitely want to educate our service members that are coming back, because that is the most important thing when they come back to our county or whichever surrounding county, is knowing what resources are there. Because I'll tell you, like, working with Mark at, with the VSA, it's been absolutely godsend, because, there's veterans that don't have transportation. They don't even know how to navigate it. And by us just, hey, there's a veteran that needs to get to Castle Point. Okay, let's schedule something. Let's try to figure it out. And that's what is, the key part is just community and working together.
Yeah.
And you're not alone.
Get the word out, man.
You're not alone.
So hard.
Young veterans think that they're fine, and but they're the ones coming back from 2-3 deployments that people really just don't understand. But they go home and they think, I'm fine. I'm just happy I'm out. I volunteered. I did my service. I'm happy I'm out. I'm good. I want to be left alone. And then it's almost too late by the time they realize they need help. So.
But you're never out.
Yeah.
There
you go, Cam. You got it. You got it right there. That's what people forget. They think that they did their time. I'm done. I'm home. I'm good.
Someday you're going to wake up and
they're not joining VFWs. They're not joining Legions. It's just not for them. It's not their cup of tea. It's a different generation. It's all volunteer service now. You do your time, you feel like you're done after, but that's what they don't realize is that you change. There's something different with you, and you need to make sure that we're out there.
Yeah.
And you should see us, whether you're in trouble or not. Come see us we can get you squared away prior.
I mean, even if, even if you are healthy and everything, there's still benefits that are probably available to vets
and there's a lot of you that are deployed and you feel healthy right now were exposed to toxic exposures in the burn pits. I myself deployed 4 times to the combat zone. That's 4 times I was in areas where these nasty burn pits for multiple months at a time. You go for a jog around Iraq, Balad Air Base, trying to just stay fit and behind the T barriers and the T walls to stay protected, but you're staying fit, and the next thing you know, you're smelling that putrid smoke, and you live with it, but you have to, because that's what's there, and that's how you have to get rid of all of the waste on the base, and you don't really realize until now you're coming home, and they're identifying that burn pit exposure is going to cause our veterans some significant health problems down the road.
Absolutely. Similar to the 9/11 toxicity.
Yeah, that's it. And then,
the
very similar
people
to
on the rescue pile,
the cancers that have all come from that. And unfortunately, the Agent Orange exposure for our Vietnam vets. The VA was 35 years behind on identifying
denied and
on identifying what cancers it would cause and what kind of medical issues it would cause. And now that they finally did it, we're helping a lot of Vietnam veterans get those benefits that they deserve. Absolutely. So we want to be ahead of the game with the post-9/11 veterans.
We definitely have to recognize our Vietnam veterans for today, for March 29th. So we know that a lot of veterans, Vietnam veterans don't want to go to the VA because of the apprehensive of when they first came out, and there are veterans to this day still getting resistance from I'm gonna say it's like ignorant people that didn't understand it, and to chastise or just get angry at someone because they were drafted into a war or whatever it is. It's completely wrong. But we definitely have to recognize that each individual that have served and did, serve their country, and unfortunately, like they, are still suffering up to this day. So we just want to thank them.
Today's that day, right, Gab?
So
Today is
thank them for that.
Vietnam Veteran Memorial Day. Today is their day.
Wow.
Designated about 5 years ago by President Trump, proclamation that this is day to recognize all of our Vietnam War veterans for what they did. It was far too long till they got all of the thank you necessary that they deserve.
The official recognition, absolutely.
Yeah, so we definitely have to appreciate them and thank them, because their challenges actually paved the way for a lot of the changes, which we're still trying to fight, but, it did change something where we absolutely
helped the post 9/11 veterans more than they know.
Absolutely.
By fighting and doing what they did and persevering over, like you said, it's not the recognition of the Agent Orange and the fact that how poorly they were treated, and seeing how they wanted nothing to do with the VA or federal government after how they've been treated. They paved the way for the post 9/11 veteran to have their resources available, readily available, and a lot easier and more accessible.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, those men and women made two sacrifices, right? So for their country and then for their society, whatever.
Yeah.
So it's far overdue. So, but we got about 2 minutes left. So just quick, why don't we repeat Mark Casapoli, Gavin Waters. Repeat some contact info quick.
Absolutely. So, again, Mark Casapoli, I'm the Director of Veteran Services for Ulster County. We are located at 5 Development Court in Kingston, New York. It's on Ulster Avenue there, right next to the Kings Valley Diner, alongside of DSS and Family Court. Our phone number is 845-340-3190. Anything veteran-related you need, call us. And also call our friends, Gavin Walters.
Yes, thank you. And we're the Vet of Ulster County under the Hudson Valley National Center for Veteran Integration, and we're located at 101 Enterprise Drive, Kingston, New York. So if you're familiar with Tech City, where old IBM location was, that's where we are. Our number is 845-481-4695, and our alternative number is 845-481-4004.
Excellent. Then want to give the Veteran Crisis Hotline?
1-800.
Yeah,
it's coming. So while they're looking that up, so today, as I say, was a fundraiser for Gavin's program, the Vet to Vet program, and on April 24th, we are having the Elks Lodge is having a bowling outing at a Hobo on the Hill, and that's a benefit for Vet to Vet as well. So April 24th, keep it in mind. And did you get that hotline number?
I got it, yes. So Veterans Crisis Hotline, keep this always together. Any veteran, please put this in your phone. Anybody that knows veterans, put this in your phone. 1-800-273-8255. Again, 1-800-273-8255.
Excellent. All right. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much. I'm glad you joined us. And
thank you very much.
It's been a raucous morning here. Live broadcast. Hope it wasn't too distracting.
No, it
was fun, and hopefully we got some good numbers in there. And I'm hungry. I've been sitting here smelling this food for 2 hours. So
we love our friends at the Elks Lodge. So
there we go. We
love
you guys. So Flag Day, June 14th, will be out. Both you guys. Hopefully we'll see you then.
Yes, you definitely
will. And so. Dan, back in the studio. We're about at the top of the hour.
Absolutely, yes.
Thank you very much. Lawrence has one more quick announcement.
No, I just want to thank the Elks Lodge for hosting this today, and thank you guys for coming in. This was a great morning, a big turnout, more people than I thought. I also want to apologize to Cheryl Bowers and Jed Fabiano. Somehow we missed communication. We had the guests show up at the studio this morning. Remember how I was saying you were going to get some guests from the right? Okay,
oh my, that's what happened. Yes.
They showed up to be on the air this morning with you and Nina. They showed up at the studio, and then Dan was like, "Hey, they're over at the Elks Lodge broadcasting." So I had to go outside and do some schmoozing. I'm sorry, Cheryl. I'm going to get a text back from her.
Thank you, Cheryl.
Thank
you. We'll see you soon.
She's going to come on next. But thank you for everyone. Thanks for the Elks Lodge. Thanks to Phil Giziano.
Phil,
did an excellent job cooking this morning. Thanks for you guys for coming in. Take it away, Dan.
Okay, and you've been with us here at KCR, Kingston Community Radio, broadcasting live from the Kingston Elks Lodge, 143 Hurley Avenue, Kingston, New York. And you can still pick up a breakfast until 10 o'clock this morning. Breakfast includes eggs, pancakes, bacon, sausage, coffee, and juice. And we've been broadcasting live from the Kingston Elks Lodge, 550, and we're going to do this relatively regularly on the end of the at the end of the months. And you've been with us with KCR, Kingston Community Radio, AM 920 and 92.5 FM, and streaming online at mykcr.org. This last portion of Kingston Community Radio has been brought to you by Rondout Savings Bank, always working for you and our community, with branches in Kingston, West Hurley, and Hyde Park, and also online at rondoutbank.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. We invite you to be with us every weekday from 7 to 9 a.m. on WGHQ, AM 920 and 92.5 FM, and streaming online at mykcr.org. Talk radio at its best. Inspired discussions of, by, and for the community. And we wish to resume tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. with a Super Wednesday. And until tomorrow, we wish you every success in growing and developing Kingston and all our neighboring communities. We now return you to Magic 92.5.